The social arm of the Catholic Church, a humanitarian organization committed in empowering the people, Caritas Sri Lanka-SEDEC is celebrating its 40th year in Sri Lanka. Caritas, which means charity or universal love in Latin, is a beacon of hope for many who have seen their lives shattered by natural or man-made disasters. SEDEC was founded in 1968 by a visionary priest, Reverend Father Joe Fernando, under the guidance of His Eminence, the late Thomas Cardinal Cooray, Archbishop of Colombo. However, the idea behind SEDEC goes back to 1949, when Reverend Father Joe Fernando created a cooperative fishermen's association in C Street, Negombo, and he injected the same values into the principles of SEDEC, which are think together, work together, and share together by spreading the spirit of charity and social justice. Father Damien Fernando is the 8th National Director of Caritas Sri Lanka, following the footsteps of 7 prestigious and committed priests. Reverend Father Joe Fernando from 1968 to 1980. Reverend Father Vianney Fernando from 1980 to 1983. Reverend Father Vincent Depp from 1983 to 1986. Reverend Father Peter Charles from 1986 to 1990. Reverend Father Camillus Fernando from 1990 to 1991. Reverend Father Oswald B. Firth from 1991 to 1995. Reverend Father J. B. Devaraja from 1995 to 2001. And Reverend Father Damien Fernando from 2001 to date. The present director of Caritas Sri Lanka spoke of the vision and mission of the organization.
The vision is really based on the gospel values, and also the mission is based on our vision. So there is no need for a change of the vision because the gospel values are the same. But from time to time, based on these values, we will have to change or adapt our approaches to the problems and also to various programs.
Our vision, realization of a just Sri Lankan society based on gospel values of love, forgiveness, peace, unity, equality, lived, promoted and protected irrespective of race, caste and religion. Our mission, empowering people through animation and being in solidarity in their efforts for integral human development. Since its humble beginnings, Caritas Sri Lanka-SEDEC has gone a long way. Its strength lies in its operational capacity through its 13 diocesan centers spread island-wide, and of course with the unfaltering support of its partner organizations and its human resources. The National Center of Caritas Sri Lanka supports the 13 diocesan centers situated in 12 districts in implementing both their tsunami and development programs. The programs have positively changed the lives of hundreds of people every year by empowering them, uplifting them, and giving these often voiceless people the tools to live a dignified life again. Children's Program, Psychosocial Support Program, National Peace Program, National Animation Program, Social Work Program, Livelihood Program, Emergency and Relief Assistance, Tsunami Rehabilitation Program, Human Rights Program, Sustainable Agriculture Program, Good Governance Program, Child Rights Program. Caritas Sri Lanka's strength and commitment was tested when the tsunami hit Sri Lanka, devastating the lives of nearly 40,000 people. Caritas found itself forced to cope with a tragedy no one was prepared for. But the commitment and will of the staff helped deal with the situation. Bishops guided the national directors of Caritas Sri Lanka to achieve the heights it has reached today. Right Reverend Dr. Harold Anthony Pereira, Bishop of Galle and Chairman of Caritas Sri Lanka-SEDEC, is the present chairman of this organization. He explained the role of the Tsunami Task Force and the phasing out of the Tsunami Program.
I must say very happily that the Bishops' Conference of Sri Lanka acted very wisely and very promptly to meet this new situation. The conference appointed a Tsunami Task Force in order to oversee and supervise the projects and programs of this tsunami rehabilitation work. This Tsunami Task Force gives directions and guidance to all the diocesan centers, to the Caritas National Secretariat, which is in Colombo. This Tsunami Task Force is comprised of 3 bishops, specially taken from the affected areas, headed by the Chairman of Caritas Sri Lanka, Bishop Chairman of Caritas Sri Lanka. Then we have the National Director. We do have lay experts. We have a retired Supreme Court Judge, President's Council, financial experts and chartered accountants, and also we have taken certain members from the National Caritas itself, as they are directly involved in this tsunami rehabilitation work.
Those who lost their homes were given a roof again in accordance with the Caritas Sri Lanka's housing policy and an opportunity to start living a normal life again. By March 2009, 10,609 houses are targeted to be renovated and built. Other infrastructures such as newly built roads, bridges, health centers, markets and orphanages were also constructed. Thanks to Caritas, many children were able to continue their schooling despite the terrible tragedy they experienced. Restoring educational facilities became a priority, and by March 2009, 53 schools and preschools would have been assisted. Under the livelihood program, people were encouraged to stop being dependent on moneylenders and were taught to develop the habit of saving. 882 self-help groups were created, empowering the people and giving them the courage to stand on their own feet again by even heading innovative livelihood projects such as beauty culture with natural products. Trade fairs and exhibitions were held throughout the island to highlight the great achievements of these groups. Those suffering from psychological traumas following the tsunami were given the help they needed. 33,795 beneficiaries have received psychosocial support and 663 beneficiaries were referred to professional counselors. Caritas has a worldwide reputation for commitment, and Caritas Sri Lanka is a member of Caritas Internationalists, which is a federation of 162 Catholic, relief, development and social service organizations present in over 200 countries. Caritas Sri Lanka-SEDEC is also the National Secretariat of the National Catholic Commission for Justice, Peace and Human Development of the Catholic Bishops' Conference. Caritas Sri Lanka will continue its networking movement towards peace by mobilizing the Catholic community and promoting inter-religious harmony. This will be achieved by promoting the North-South dialogue among the clergy and by strengthening peace groups at diocesan and national peace rallies. With the phasing out of the tsunami response programs, measures have been taken to integrate the tsunami program into the other existing development programs of Caritas Sri Lanka, such as animation, empowerment, peace building, human rights, etc. The fisheries and the plantation sectors are two areas that Caritas Sri Lanka plans to begin working on within the next few years. Busy and fruitful years lie ahead, abiding by Caritas Sri Lanka's mission with the same amount of energy, drive and commitment Caritas Sri Lanka has shown during the past 40 years. Caritas Sri Lanka-SEDEC, journeying together for a just society.